Alright, after a little bit of a technical glitch, we are back live. Apologies for that little bit of gap. We'll update you with the score in just a bit. Just drop us a few comments if you can hear and see us properly now. At the end of 4 overs, it was 31 for 1. Alright, I can see some of your names popping up, which means we are back on. Sorry to keep you guys waiting, but as you know, logistically, it's always a bit challenging when everything is digital. But here we are back, and we're bringing you live action as we just saw the fall of one wicket. Rahul Tripathi is out. Reminding all our viewers that Rahul was the one who opened the innings with Tim Seifert. First we saw Tim getting dismissed by Varun in the first over itself. And Gurpreet Rahman joining him. And then now Rahul, after a quick knock, is back in the hunt. Next man in is someone who's gonna get you very excited, and you're not gonna wanna miss this moment. Number 75, returning to Kolkata Knight Riders, our Bangladesh recruit, Shakib Al Hasan. Come on people, if you can see this, let us know in comments how excited you are to see Shakib bat. You guys have been asking us for a long time to give you updates on Shakib and his whereabouts, what he's been up to. Well, Shakib obviously came out of quarantine a couple of days ago, had 2 warm-up games, rather 2 warm-up sessions, and then a full-on full-fledged practice session, which was yesterday, where he batted and bowled, and today he's back in the middle and is part of this practice match. Alright guys, so here we go. The next up, since it was the end of the over, Kamlesh Nagarkoti bowling to Gurpreet Rahman. आप सब जो हमें ज्वाइन कर रहे हो, वेलकम एवरीवन टू KKR fan cam. I can see some names here now. Mohammad Jihad, Bilal, Asankha, Vishal Yadav, Arup Shikdar, Ashish Singh, Majharul Islam, Bhavya Padwa Jain, Debujyoti De. Everyone welcome. I can see a lot of people sending us messages that they love to see Shakib back. হিন্দি, ইংলিশ, বাংলা আমরা 3টে ল্যাঙ্গুয়েজে কোয়েশ্চেন্স নিচ্ছি। তো আপনারা যারা এই লাইভ টেলিকাস্ট দেখছেন, আমাদের জানান আপনারা কী দেখতে চান বা এক্স্যাক্টলি কীরকমভাবে আমাদের এই লাইভ টেলিকাস্টটা দেখতে চান। Here is the moment that you all been waiting for. First ball facing Nagarkoti to Shakib. Fielded inside the circle, and welcome Achint.
A lot of fun and banter with Varun making a diving stop. Always great to see the team camaraderie there.
Absolutely, everyone went up to him, congratulating him. Obviously, he's been improving his fielding a lot. He's been working on his very determined cricketer, been working on his batting, bowling, fielding, all 3 aspects. It was very effective when you opened the bowling today. Short delivery, pulled it away, and he's only going to get a single for it. Prasid fields it.
It's a great experience for Nagarkoti as well, bowling to the likes of Shakib, because this is a new thing for him. Shakib is a very good player of pace bowling and has been in great form in the last few years. I mean, obviously he missed out of cricket for various reasons, but now he's back and he's looking fit, and Nagarkoti has a great challenge there, because bowling to the likes of Shakib and even Gurpreet Rahman, who was pretty good last evening.
Absolutely, very experienced batsman on either end. It'd be nice to see how the youth challenge the experience in this game. Oh, quick 2 runs. A little bit of a fumble near the ropes, whereas that could have been a single. Alright, everyone joining in, let me read out some names and comments of what's going on, what you guys are saying. Orko Rahman, Vikas Bishnoi, Adnan Sami, Rajak Hussain, Rashid Arise, Afzal Khan, Shamsed Khan, Samrat Bateja, all of you welcome KKR Fan Cam. आप सब जहाँ से भी देख रहे हो प्लीज़ हमें अपने मैसेजेस देते रहिए क्योंकि हम सब पढ़ रहे हैं. अभी अगला ओवर, another legend, Harbhajan Singh.
Legend to legend.
Absolutely. We have seen these two in action so many times when India played against Bangladesh. And now the beauty of the IPL is they are representing the same team, the same franchisee. Alright guys, who are watching, here's my question to all of you guys. I want to hear what you guys have to say about this. Harbhajan bowling to Shakib. What are your predictions? How do you think Shakib is going to play Harbhajan? And what do you think Harbhajan has in store for him? Because this, as Achin just mentioned, is experience versus experience. Lighted delivery outside the off stump. Taps it through the gap on the offside. Quick single. Right, I can see your messages more. Gayatri Krishnan saying she missed out on what happened in between when the live was broken. Please summarize. Sure, Gayatri, I'm sure like you and a lot of other fans who missed out on that little bit of phase we had after the first couple of overs. Let me get you a score update. At the end of this over, I'll update you guys with the score. Tim Seifert and Rahul Tripathi were the guys who opened the batting. As I mentioned earlier, Tim got out after a first ball boundary to Varun, and Rahul just got dismissed. So we'll get you the more detailed scores right now after this over. Till then, you guys just let me know where all are you logging in from, because we know KKR fans are everywhere. Kolkata, Bangla, বিভিন্ন প্রান্তে বা বাংলাদেশ যেখান থেকে আপনারা আমাদের বাঙালি ফলোয়ার্সরা জয়েন করছেন আপনাদের সবাইকে স্বাগত as always. One more outside the off stump, little bit of space and he cuts it away for a single. .3 overs, we had 50 runs on the board, so the first 50 runs are on the scoreboard already. The loss of 2 wickets, that's Rahul Tripathi and Tim Seifert.
It's a pretty good start. I mean, getting a 50 in the power play itself, I mean, is a very good start on this wicket. We saw the other day that if you start well, you can actually reach 170, 180, which could be a good score on this wicket.
Absolutely. The other day we saw how a total of 174 or 175, something around that, made a big difference, though it was chased down with ease thanks to Tim Seifert's explosive innings in the first match. It'll be interesting to see how much this team batting first posts in the first 20 overs. This time slightly closer to the body, tries to cut it away, straight to Prasidh Krishna at point. Another single. This left-right combination is obviously something that always keeps the bowlers a bit unsettled. What do you think of that, Achin? This time we have a healthy mix of right-handers and left-handers in our batting order.
It's always desirable to have that kind of a mix. Like you mentioned, I mean, bowlers find it difficult to get into a rhythm, and especially the fast bowlers, it is difficult for them. But stalwarts like Harbhajan, I don't think it's a big issue for them. I mean, they do really well against both left-handers and the right-handers.
Absolutely, because we've been doing this for years now, and we've seen obviously bowling with ease either to a right-hander or a left-hander. Now, speaking of experience, now there's an interesting phase of play. Shubman Gill, the captain of the fielding side, is handing the ball over to Venkatesh Iyer, number 25, a new knight who was picked up at the auction in Chennai a few months ago. He's obviously known very well for his explosive top order batting, but it's going to be interesting to see how he fares with a little bit of seam up bowling that he does.
I like ambidextrous cricketers. I mean, people who bat with left hand and ball with right hand, and especially pace bowling. So, I mean, all-rounders are the key to success in T20 format, and we all are hoping that Venkatesh Iyer will live up to that expectation. The other day, he really batted well.
Absolutely.
And it's very exciting to see how he'll do well with the ball.
All right, so Venkatesh bowling to Gurpreet Ratman. Oh, down the leg side, a little bit of a extra to start off with.
Slightly rusty.
Of course, understandable because we haven't really seen him bowl in the nets much either. He did bowl a couple of times, but in a match situation, obviously. And today another special thing. Obviously, we have our knights in the exact match gear that you'll see them in the matches, donning their purple and gold with pride. Once again on the pads, and that's
Easy pickings.
easy pickings, as you said, for Gurpreet Ratman. Flicked it on the leg side, no fielder there, easy boundary.
This is also a test of captaincy for Shubman, because, I mean, they haven't really run away with the score, and now for Shubman to give the ball to a newbie, if we may say so, it's gonna be very tricky. This is actually the time where Gurpreet Ratman and Shakib would look to accelerate. Good thing is Prasidh Krishna is constantly talking to Venkatesh Iyer, giving him that kind of experience, and telling him how he needs to probably keep it on the offside. The field is set for a lot of offside bowling.
Oh, this one's in the air. Will that be a catch? Prasidh going after it, takes it. So the discussion really worked, didn't it?
Yeah, he asked him to bowl a slower ball, looks like, and he did bowl that, and perhaps he bought a wicket with that boundary.
That's a good catch from Prasidh as well. Not always easy under lights, but obviously he's had the experience, and he's just come off the ODI tour of India against England. Right, so wicket in the first over for Venkatesh Iyer. Not sure if even he was expecting that, but that's great to see. Youngster coming in and making an impact straight away. Alright, for all of you watching, we'll ask you to guess who's the next batsman. You have very little time, few seconds before you see him running out of the dugout. Tell us in comments. Let's see who the next batsman you think is. Here is a clue. He's an explosive batsman, he's an explosive bowler, he's a prime all-rounder international
Straight from
cricket.
Brisbane.
Yes, there you go. That's the best clue that we can give you. Straight from Brisbane. Number 31. And he's a new knight. Captain of the batting side. Joining Shakib Al Hasan is Ben Cutting.
Depend.
Venkatesh Iyer to Shakib Al Hasan. This would be a great challenge. Going round the wicket now.
Straight to the fielder on the offside. Nagarkoti saves that. That's going to be a dot ball. It's a good start. It's a good recovery for Venkatesh Iyer, isn't it? After bowling that wide and giving away that extra first ball and then conceding a boundary. Makes a great comeback.
Yet another slow ball, and he's got
that?
another wicket. What a great
Wow.
bowling from Venkatesh Iyer.
Getting the experienced campaigner Shakib Al Hasan out. Got a little bit of an edge on that. Alright, so
Slight heartbreak for KKR fans not to see Shakib score a lot of runs, but
but no worries, as we know his all-round skills, we'll probably see him in action again in the second innings when he comes out to bowl. But a great first over from Venkatesh Iyer. It started off with a wide, got hit for a boundary, but then made a comeback with 2 quick wickets and 2 big wickets at that.
with 2 slow balls.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, everyone who's watching this KKR fan cam, we have a special guest with us, our vice captain Dinesh Karthik, who's obviously part of this game as well, but he's right now here with us in the commentary box. So all of you, whatever comments and advice or anything that you have for him, please send it across to us in the comments and we're reading. Hi Dinesh, welcome to this.
Hello Imanish, really happy to be here. Very interesting game. At this point of time, I would say the bowling team is ahead a little bit. I'm really looking forward to commentating for the next 20 minutes. It's great to see Iyer bowl the way he's bowling.
Absolutely, we saw that he could do a lot with the bat, but then it's nice to see that he has special skills with the ball as well.
Yes, I think he's predominantly a batsman who's very handy with the ball, and you know he's got height. He's got obviously some good variations up his sleeve. I think he's a very interesting prospect, the kind of cricketer you would love to have in a T20 team, considering he's multi-dimensional. So it's just good to have cricketers like this playing for KKR at the moment.
Absolutely. So 2 new batsmen at the crease. There's Ben Cutting and Pawan Negi. Good end to the over. 2 wickets going down in that. DK, in the first practice match that we had a couple of days ago, obviously a lot of our fans saw your knock of 90 odd runs. Lots of positive feedback. How did you feel about batting that day?
Oh, very good. I think it was a very good game in the sense that it was played with good intensity, just like it's happening today, which is very hard for a practice match because, you know, a lot of players tend to just take it easy. A lot of players just try to, you know, kind of just go through the motions of the game. But to come at it seriously and play is something very difficult and different, in fact, because I've played in a lot of practice games, but the intensity at which it was played yesterday was fabulous to be a part of. I think, you know, it was very much like any other game that you would play. The intensity was there. Again, now we see a legend in action, Harbhajan Singh.
Absolutely. A lot of our fans are really looking forward to seeing him in the purple and gold. Almost couldn't imagine him in those colors, but a great pick in the auction, wasn't it?
100%. I think a lot of credit to, you know, the support staff, McCullum, Nair, Venki Mysore sir, and Morgan. I think to pick him is not something that is easy, considering that he's been around for so long. There's always been doubts about, you know, how he's going to turn up for the tournament, but just the intensity and interest he's shown in the last 1 week that he's been around has been fabulous. He's been coming to practice sessions early, much ahead of all the other players, and doing it consistently. But waking up and coming back the next day and doing what he's doing is just fabulous. I think he's a different man now from the little that I've seen him this week.
Absolutely. Even yesterday that we saw in an optional training session, he was here, he bowled, he batted for long, and almost till the point where Brendan McCullum had to ask him, Bhaji, let's go.
Very true, and I say that, and I like what you're saying, because it is actually absolutely true. Even today, the game started at 7, but he had come at around 4 o'clock. He was batting before that. He bowled to Shakib, he bowled to Morgan. So he did some nets before that, and after that he was doing some stretching. Then got into the game. He's bowling right now. He's fielding all the 20 overs. That's about as much as you can ask for a man of his stature. He's achieved everything that needs to be achieved in cricket. But to show this kind of interest at this stage of his career just speaks volumes of him as a person and as a character, and most importantly, I'm sure he'll do a great job for KKR.
Absolutely. Now, just a reminder to all our viewers who are watching this special edition of KKR Fan Cam. Our second practice game is on at the beautiful DY Patil Stadium in Mumbai. Not just our fans on Facebook, but also everyone tuning in on Instagram. You can see us straight from the commentary box and bring you all the live action as always, bring you close to all our nights. We have a special person in our commentary box today, our Vice Captain Dinesh Karthik. If you could say hi to our fans out there.
Hello, everybody. Whoever's watching, I hope you all are enjoying watching this. Pray for us this year. I think it's a very important year. We haven't won that comp in about 4 years now, and this is not a team that shouldn't be doing that. I think we genuinely need to, reach the pinnacle, which is at least the knockout stage. And as I speak, we have another wicket that's just fallen. Negi stepped out, tried to waft at one, but didn't connect it at all. And you see the skill of Mr. Harbhajan Singh. He's at his best again. Just absolute guile, beat him in flight, just beautiful to watch, and an easy stumping for Sheldon Jackson.
Absolutely. So one more wicket down. Next man in is Shivam Mavi, number 26. Wickets falling in a bunch. The other day when the first practice match was on, we heard you say even before that that was kind of a 180 wicket. What do you make of today? Like, do you think the first innings would yield us a similar sort of a score?
No, I don't think so. I think they've lost far too many wickets for them to get anywhere close to 180. I think if they reach 130, 140, they would have done a really good job. A lot is up to this pair. I think especially Ben Cutting. He's got to find a way to stay there as long as he can, because that's the only way they can get close to a score, which will be something that they can defend with. I think the bowlers have bowled beautifully. You'd expect that from this lot, but just as I said before, and as I'm repeating it now, just the interest and the sort of energy that they're bringing to this game is fabulous to watch, and that augurs very well for our team as well. And I'm just so happy to see almost everybody in action. Shubman Gill, Harbhajan Singh, Varun Chakravarti, just name it, they're all there. It's just good to watch these boys in action, and I'm sure if we play to a potential, it'll be a very, very exciting year.
And DK, we've noticed that even though Owen Morgan and you are around in these games, we have given captaincy duties to likes of Ben Cutting and Shubman Gill. Was that part of a plan to extend the leadership group?
Oh yes, most definitely. I think it's good to have leaders around the group. I think that is something that Brendan McCullum as a coach is very, very aware of, and something he's making a conscious effort to bring more people to get the best out of them as players. He believes they need to be leaders, so you see there's always in practice games he's giving chances to young guys, and just as we speak, another wicket by Venkatesh Iyer. I think this game is coming to a very, very quick end. We're going to head back to the hotel very, very soon.
Excellent bowling, but though, isn't it? Cleaned him up completely, took his leg stump off.
I would say leg stump off the ground, uprooted by Mr. Venkatesh Iyer. Fantastic bowling there, just the use of slow ones, on a wicket that's sticky, turning a bit. Abhishek Nair team, coached by Abhishek Nair actually, led by Ben Cutting. They're faltering today. It's not the best day that they've had, but it's okay, it happens. I think it gives an opportunity for the likes of Mavi and the rest to go in and show a little bit of their skill in batting. Always in practice games, as a squad, you have about 10-12 batters, so you split them up into two teams. One team is always going to be light, and when I say light, you're always going to have 4-5 good batsmen, then you're going to have the bowlers coming in much earlier than ideally they would. But it's okay. I mean, when you play practice games, these are things that you're always aware of, so it just goes with the trade. But it's just good to see everyone get a hit. I think the first game was an absolute batting paradise where both the teams made best use of it. Today looks a wicket which is sticky and turning, so you see the likes of Iyer and Harbhajan Singh rule the roost for the night.
Absolutely. Now, DK, obviously we saw in the UAE when there was a practice game, at the end of it, the winning team or the losing team, there was a rule that someone has to make a film, or there was some sort of a setup of that sort, which yielded a beautiful set of skills that we never saw in our nights. Now, is there something like that planned for this one?
So this time they've taken it very personally. So the team which is bowling is Brendan McCullum's team. The team which is batting is Abhishek Nair's team. So the team that loses, the other coach has to buy the opponent team the dinner. So the first game, obviously Abhishek Nair won, so it was Brendan McCullum's duty to buy him dinner. But what they decided will be double or nothing. So if Abhishek Nair wins, then it's 2 dinners on the trot. But looks like I think he's going to lose the bet, and it's just going to become a 50-50 partnership for the time being.
Absolutely, all our viewers, whoever's watching this edition of KKR Fan Cam, will keep you updated with whether the dinners go through. We'll make sure they do, in fact. For now, it's next batsman in is Vaibhav Arora, like you said. He's also someone who we've seen like do really well in the domestic circuit, mainly as a bowler. What do you have to say about his batting credentials?
Look, I've played a couple of games against him. I think he's known more for his bowling. He's obviously a fabulous swing bowler. He's nailed those Yorkers as well. So he's a very good talent. But as I said before, I think he's known more for his bowling than his batting. It's pretty evident with what we see. So.
Absolutely. All right. We'll try to bring you guys the score update very soon. I know a lot of you are asking the same in the comments.
Not 52, it's much more. 70, I think.
All right, so the scores just come to us. It's 62 for 6. So, like DK just mentioned, batting side seems to be in a little bit of trouble. Time for a little bit of a prediction. How much do you think they'll put up on the board?
I would say 80 runs. I don't see them scoring more than 80 for the night. Mavi can bat actually. He's
Yes.
somebody who's very very decently skilled with the bat, and it's always good to watch him bat because he has the talent. He's the I remember a couple of years ago we played Sunrisers in the semi-finals, and he hit a couple of nice shots. Kind of brought us back into the game before, obviously. The skill of Brathwaite didn't allow us to get through that game, but you could see he possesses some skill, which is always good to watch.
Absolutely, and all these boys, be it Kamlesh Nagarkoti or Shivam Mavi, all these boys we see like after they are done with their bowling in the nets, they're always keen on sharpening the skills with the bat.
These days, I think as bowlers, you have to find a way to contribute with another skill apart from your fielding. So you have an opportunity with the bat. With the advent of bowling machines over a period of time, there's always been opportunities for these bowlers to go in and hit and get a feel for what it is to bat. And over a period of time, that's developed. Now we have a lot of people throwing with what we call side arms. So bowlers have genuinely improved their batting. There is no more runaway bowlers or pushovers, so to say. You see these bowlers who come, they bat, they make an honest effort to do a good job. So I would say the standard of batting when it comes to bowlers is improved in the last decade, or maybe last 15 years, if I may say so. And that's mainly because of the advent, as I said before, the introduction of bowling machines, and these days they're sidearms, so they've all made a conscious effort. That's why even when you see matches, it's not, when they say it's not over until it's really over, it actually stands good at this point of time, because you hardly see these number 9s and number 10s come and just get bowled or anything like that. They can definitely hold a bat and make a difference when it matters. A lot of the times at that.
Absolutely. Another great delivery from Venkatesh Iyer, beating the outside edge. Almost looks like the slower ball is stock delivery.
I think in this wicket, when I was speaking to Abhishek before as well, he was saying that there will be some turn, and you can obviously see, for a fast bowler to bowl a slow one and get the leg stump uprooted just shows that there is a bit of, turn on the wicket. It's sticky. So, and a kind of bowler like Venkatesh Iyer it's very hard to hit him because he's tall, he's got decent bounce. At the same time, when he's able to land a slow one in the right spot, you can bowl a lot of dot balls. So, it's just good to see people like Venkatesh Iyer coming and making a difference with the ball. It adds to the options that KKR already has. I think one of the headaches that we have is we have a lot of quality in the shed. Who we are going to play is something that's going to be very, very interesting. And that will keep unfolding and unpanning for us to watch as the tournament progresses. But at this point of time, we can confidently say we have a bunch of players who are looking good.
Absolutely, a problem of plenty is a good problem to have, mostly.
It's always a nice headache to have. As you say, you want a team which is always filled with skilled players. So it's good to have players who can consistently keep putting their hand up to play in the 11. But again, there's a lot of headache for Baz, Moggs and me. So let's see how that unfolds.
Absolutely. Bit of a break in action. Drinks coming out.
At the end of 10 overs, it is 63 for 6.
What do you have to say about this facility that we've been practicing at? The DY Patil Stadium looks beautiful. It's been a bit of a journey from the hotel, but otherwise, once we're here, it looks like all of the players are having a good time.
I've been coming to DY Patil for about 10-12 years now, and I don't think I've seen many better facilities in India than this. Just the quality of grounds, most importantly, the quality of wickets that you get to play in as a batsman. It feels a lot like you're playing in one of the countries outside Asia. It's got proper bounce, like playing in South Africa or New Zealand, and I've always enjoyed that. All through my international career, I kept coming here to play because there was so much bounce on offer, and just made me feel good. Mr. Vijay Patil, who's the owner of DY Patil, I remember very well when he built the ground, made a conscious effort to have fabulous wickets. So he brought a lot of the soil from South Africa as well, mixed in the square, which is one of the reasons why there is so much bounce, so much more bounce than other places in Bombay, which is actually supposed to have good bounce. So, this is a standout ground for me, and not only the ground, just the way it has been constructed for the players to watch, the small things that they've given notice to in terms of the quality of toilets, the viewing area, the dressing rooms. And you get through all of that. There's a fabulous facility for swimming pool, gym, and almost there's a football ground. You just name it, it's there in DY Patil, and I think he's one of the flag bearers for how Indian cricket should, cricket grounds should be built. And as a complex, this is a great example for anybody to pick up from. I've always enjoyed coming to this facility, and I will keep coming to this facility till I play the sport.
Absolutely. Now, back to the action. There's Harbhajan Singh back in the attack.
Just, as you watch Harbhajan Singh, you realize how good he has been and how much a player like that is good to watch. Just the guile, the ability to, they say, when they talk about spin and drift, he is a great example for the young bowlers to watch. His ability to make the ball literally stand in the air. In Hindi they say thoda keech ke dalo, which basically means pull the ball in the air. When you release it, you have to finish your action so that the ball goes at a certain speed and dips just before the batsman for it to turn. And that's a very, very fabulous skill to have, and he made a living out of it. He was just, I've kept to him at his peak, and he's such a fabulous bowler. He was just an absolute treat to watch, and an even better person. And I've just enjoyed playing, with him and see him take as many as 1,000 wickets, I would think, over a period of time.
Any great memories bowling with Harbhajan?
There have been so many. I can give you plenty. I remember in the 2007 World Cup, a couple of the games in South Africa, green wickets, but he found ways to get right-handers out, which was a fabulous art. And I remember he was under the pump as a player a little bit against the home series against South Africa a few years ago. He came in the second innings. We needed 10 wickets on the last day. He got 6 wickets, I remember. Fabulous bowling effort there as well. Just on a wicket in Calcutta, interestingly, on a wicket that didn't need too much spin. It was a good wicket to bat on, but to find the ability to get good players out, and when the pressure was on, he brought his best game out, and that's a quality that you always admire in legends, and he definitely had that for sure.
How difficult it is to keep to him?
Look, as a keeper, he was a good challenge because he had the ability to bowl brilliant balls, which would mean that if a batsman hits a cover drive, sometimes it would come between the bat and pad, and those are tough balls to take. So he definitely had that skill. But it was not a question of you didn't know which way it was turning. With a bowler like Harbhajan, it was a finger spinner, he's an off spinner. You always know which way it is turning. All you needed to be sure was his ability to get batsmen beaten to a lot of the balls, which other bowlers might not, is what made him stand out as a bowler. And that was the tough part about keeping to somebody like him.
Any great spells from him that you remember?
As I said, straight away in my mind, the 5 wickets that he got against South Africa, which I was part of. I didn't keep that game, Dhoni was keeping, but I remember standing in short leg a lot for him, and he bowled some. I took a catch for him. That's why I remember it very vividly. Come on, we're talking about Harbhajan Singh. He's bowled such fabulous spells over a period of time. He's been always a competitor, in white ball cricket, in red ball cricket. Obviously, in Calcutta, I believe is one of his favourite runs. He got the hat-trick there against Australia as well. Over a period of time, those are spells that I've watched on TV. Then I've watched a lot more spells in action as well, live action as well. And as I've said before, and I'll keep saying, he's probably one of the best off spinners that I've seen and I've played against. today, obviously, there's an R. Ashwin who I think has been inspired by a lot by Harbhajan, and it's just great to see the consistency with which generation after generation we're able to produce off spinners. We had Prasanna, then we had Harbhajan Singh, and today we have an R. Ashwin, and a Washington Sundar is taking flow from there. So it's just great to watch, isn't it, for Indian cricket?
Even from KKR's perspective, the fact that Kuldeep will be sharing the dressing room with Harbhajan and even Varun, how crucial is this from their perspective?
As a young guy, when you're coming through the ranks, it always feels good to have people like the Harbhajan Singhs around, who's been through the grind in cricket, and they know how hard it is to play the sport and the nitty-gritties of bowling to tough batsmen. So you try and pick on their brains and try and get as much knowledge as you can. But both these guys, to be fair, have been around the circuit for some time now, especially Kuldeep Yadav. I'm sure he will have some. He will pick on Harbhajan a lot and do a lot more chats with him. But I think at this point of time, Varun can learn a lot as well. He's just had one season of IPL under his belt, and he's done pretty well for that one season. It'll be very interesting to see how his second season unfolds as well.
The previous season, obviously, when we saw Varun obviously finished as our highest wicket taker, there were a lot of conversations among our fans about the chat that you were having with him from behind the stumps. Are we going to see more of that this year as well?
Yes, if he bowls well, I'll talk to him, otherwise I might not. But on a serious note, obviously we are from the same place in Chennai, so I've known him for a long time now, about 5-6 years now. He impressed me the first day he ever came to bowl to me in the nets. I was fabulously bamboozled like everybody else who started to play against him, and that's where I saw him first time in the nets in Chennai. And then from then I've kept a close eye on him, and to have now come and played with him, I'm so happy. And especially seeing his meteoric rise last year was just fabulous to watch. And for sure you'll hear some nice things when I'm standing back. Oh my goodness, that almost took Karun's head off. That is the beauty of Varun as well, his ability to create pace from the same action is something is a very, very a lovely skill to have, especially in today's white ball cricket, and that's the skill he naturally possesses. He can bowl with the same arm speed and create two different balls of radical speeds, which is always a great skill to have, as I'd say.
Oh, just short of Harbhajan Singh.
Varun dismissed MS Dhoni two times last year. I mean, it's not easy for a spinner to fox MS Dhoni. So, what would you make of those two dismissals?
I think the beauty is he got him out twice and went and took photographs with him soon after the game. So he respects him a lot. He adores him like everybody in Chennai. Massive fan of MS Dhoni, just like we all are. And just the fact that he got 2 wickets in the 2 games that we played against CSK, I think. Was the best part of IPL for him. I think he's a competitor. He always comes back if he gets hit at any point of time, and that's a really nice mental skill to have as well.
Like that to the leg side, didn't get hold of it. Single to end the over. Yeah, end of over.
Sort of serious talk here, DK. But
Yeah.
tell us, I mean, are you having fun with the boys?
Definitely. I think whenever I come and hang out with the guys, KKR is like family to me, and just to be around the guys, and this is my 4th year, and I genuinely wish I have many more years here, but it just feels like coming back to a family. I just know everybody who's working, right from the my co-commentator here to everybody around, players, everybody. I've seen them over a period of 4 years. I know how they operate, and there's a sense of comfort level. So I enjoy. I've always one of my attributes that I always try and have as a person is loyalty, and it just feels good to keep coming back to the same people and going through the same sort of being part of the journey, and always trying to get one step better is what we try to do here, and just to be part of that is a fabulous journey, and I'm really looking forward to this year as well.
Missing Rinku Singh though from the squad.
Oh yes, I think he's a tremendous. He's a fabulous batsman, outstanding fielder, but much more than all of that, he's a great person to have in the dressing room and a terrific friend at that. And we all miss him, especially the likes of me, Nitish, Sandeep Warrior. We hang out a lot. I'm sure Kuldeep as well. We hang out a lot with him, just his quirks, the way he behaves, the way he speaks. He has a lot of fans in this KKR dressing room, and we all miss him as a player. I think it was a very hard thing for us to swallow when we heard that he got injured. But I genuinely hope that he recovers real well. And if at all, in case, I'm sure he can't recover before the IPL. We got to make find a way to get him across into our dressing room at some point of time. I'm sure he'll be willing to do the 6-day quarantine for us.
6-day quarantine. It's a difficult task.
Yes, that's one of the challenges that cricketers these days have. To go through these quarantines, to be a part of a biosecure bubble. As viewers, you should know that sitting in a room very lonely. There's absolutely no fresh air. You're just surrounded by concrete, and you get food 3 meals a day. Is basically staying in a 5-star hotel, but basically it's a 5-star prison for you for those 6 days. You don't have much to do. You just go through the rigors, and to do it consistently over a period of time can get a little hard and tricky. I think these days that should be taken a lot into consideration as well. It's not an easy thing to do over and over again. It's something that needs to be, I'm sure, in the near future. We've heard the likes of Virat Kohli speak about it, Owen Morgan speak about it. We've heard the big guys speak about it, so you know how hard it is. And these are cricketers who have been around the circuit for a long time, and mental strength is something that is absolutely ingrained in them. If the players of that caliber are finding it a challenge, then you can understand how tough it can be.
But tell me honestly, how many times did you make your bed in that quarantine phase?
Oh, 0. I think first day, and then I think I waited for 6 days to end, and then the housekeeping guy came at the end of it and did a job for me. But that's the thing. That's not something that that would bother me, because I'm so used to going to practice, coming back and seeing a clean bed, going to practice, coming back and seeing a clean bed, and then suddenly you have 6 days where you have to do it. I did do it a couple of times, not this quarantine. Usually I would do it. I was lucky this quarantine because the bed was pretty well maintained. So to be fair, I think these are the small let's say presents that we get for people around us. But the quarantine doesn't allow you to. Oh, Kamlesh Nagarkoti is bowling some sharp balls here. You can see that.
77 for 6, so they have almost notched up to 80.
I'm happy that my prediction is coming wrong, honestly. I would like them to score at least 120, 125, so that you get to be part of a good practice game. You want others to come in and bat as well, and you want them to get as much as they can. So ideally you want them to score at least 120, 125, so they'll try and they'll come all guns blazing. At this point of time, as I said, I would still stick to not 80, maybe increase it by another 20 runs, but let's see. I think a lot would depend, again, as I say, on this man on screen right now, Mr. Shivam Mavi, find a way to hit a couple of boundaries in the next few overs.
Nagarkoti to Mavi, interesting.
Yes, Nagarkoti, Mavi and Shubman Gill. All three guys were part of a very, very successful under-19 campaign a few years ago. And probably the three most talented from that batch. Yeah, they've had a few years of IPL in them. Shubman Gill has gone on to play for the country, and I'm sure these two boys will soon follow. They have the skill, they have the talent. It's only a matter of time before they find their gears and find a way to get into that national colour.
Brendan says that it's unbelievable that at 59 kgs he bowls at 145. Where do you think he generates this kind of pace?
So he's naturally a very powerful guy, because just the way he is built. You see him in the gym, he's almost lifting 1.5 times his bench press. He's able to do about 3 times his weight as a squat. So this goes to show he has a lot of inherent strength, and anything that he does would be explosive for sure. If you make him run a yo-yo test, he runs at about 18 plus on a bad day. He runs a 2K in about 7 minutes 30. And these are just when he's not at his peak. So he is somebody who is naturally explosive. He's a lot in the Hardik Pandya school. He's very thin, very wiry, but a powerful guy at that. So, and I'm sure he can go on to have Hardik Pandya as one of the guys that he looks up to, because he's a gun bowler. For the skills that he possesses over a period of time, I'm sure he can hit some good sixes as well.
Alright, so Varun resuming. Straight to mid off. Directed. They probably put the batsman in some trouble.
Hey, Sandy, nee aadtade. A very interesting batsman next in. Mr. Sandeep Warrior.
This is in the gap. Well fielded by Venkatesh Iyer near the ropes. Dick, you just spoke about Shubman Gill having represented India after coming off that successful under-19 and the IPL. Another person who's obviously very impressed a lot of us all across India is Prasidh Krishna. It's turned out for the Indian team, did so well. We saw your tweets and messages. What do you have to say about him, like the way he's came to us as a net bowler and then his journey so far?
So 3 years back in 2018, I was given the opportunity to lead KKR, and just before that there was a Vijay Hazare Trophy, and that's where I saw him first up. But at that point of time when my captaincy stint was given to me, oh yes, brilliantly fielded there by Prasidh Krishna again. So when the captaincy was given to me, they had already picked the team. So my point here is, if given an opportunity, I would have picked him first up. Unluckily for him, there were no takers. Unluckily for us, there was a freak injury with Kamlesh Nagarkoti, and then we got an opportunity, and I told Venki sir, and he was gracious enough to allow Prasidh Krishna, who was an absolute no-name at that stage, to come in, and he came in after the first couple of games he played, and then he never looked back that year. I thought he was fabulous. Just the way he bowled was really good to watch, and he had the ability to rush players who were of international caliber, and he had a good slow one. So overall, he was a terrific package, and I then knew that this was a special person that we're having in our hands, and it is just great to watch him a couple of weeks ago turn up for the country and do so well. I'm sure he has a great future in.
Big appeal for stumping. It looks like umpire David Hussey has raised his finger.
It's an outstanding stumping by Sheldon Jackson. It's not an easy one. That first you got to pick a Varun, which is hard by itself, and then go down the leg side, take a ball and whip the bails in quick flash, which is just great to watch, and it was a really good stumping, and all credit to Sheldon Jackson. That is as much Sheldon's wicket as it is Varun Chakravarti's. You think I'll do a good job, Achin? Commentary will go. Oh, it's live still. It's going on. You just say the score and mute from there.
Alright, so that's the end of the first innings. We have an 88-run target for the team batting second. Hope you guys enjoyed the first innings and our coverage, and obviously a special appearance from our vice captain Dinesh Karthik, who's doing great in commentary these days. We'll probably see him in those shoes very soon as well. But happy to bring you all the live action from here, DY Patil Stadium in Mumbai. We will be back soon for the second innings. As we said, 88 runs is the target. And don't forget to tune in, though it sounds like a small score. T20 cricket can be funny. Never know where this game could be headed. And also, mentioning this again, যারা আপনারা কলকাতা বাংলা বা বাংলাদেশের যে কোনো প্রান্ত থেকে জয়েন করছেন, আমাদের বাঙালি ফ্যান্সরা আমাদের সেকেন্ড ইনিংসে কিন্তু আমরা হয়তো দেখতে পাবো সাকিব আল হাসানকে বোলিং করতে। আর সেটা যদি আপনারা দেখতে চান তাহলে নিশ্চয়ই টিউন ইন থাকবেন আমাদের প্রত্যেকটি সোশ্যাল মিডিয়া পেজেসে, Facebook specifically, because we're going to be live here again in a few minutes. We're going to take a short break and be back soon. So make sure you get what you need to sit, your popcorn, whatever you need to sit through the second innings. We'll be back soon.